Welcome to the January 2007 Night Sky Podcast from Imaginova Studios. I'm your host, Herb Kohler. Keep your eyes on the moon this month. All sorts of interesting events will involve our biggest satellite. And as a bonus, because of the moon, these events will be easy to find in the sky. Before we get into this month's celestial events, let me share with you this amazing image from Mars Global Surveyor, which has been orbiting the red planet since 1997. The bright deposits that you can see apparently are sediments carried by liquid water. But what makes this image so amazing is that this flow of water occurred within the past 7 years. Meanwhile, back on Earth, we have quite a few celestial happenings for you to enjoy. Just a reminder that all times given are Eastern Standard Time, unless otherwise noted. If you're getting up early on January the 1st, check out the southeastern horizon around 6:30 a.m. for a glimpse of the giant planet Jupiter, which once again becomes visible in the early morning sky. Note the bright orange star Antares, about 6 degrees below Jupiter. January the 3rd marks a special time in the Earth's journey around the Sun. In the early afternoon, the Earth's orbit brings it closest to the Sun. This change in distance between Earth and Sun is of course not related to the seasons. Instead, it's the tilt of the Earth's axis that causes summer and winter. During northern winters, the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun. At the same time, the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, making it summer there. Of course, the opposite seasons occur 6 months later. Now let's see what the moon is up to during January. We'll start by looking at the weekend of January the 5th. In the early morning hours of the 5th, 6 a.m. to be more precise, the nearly full moon will be less than 2 degrees from a nice open cluster of stars called the Beehive in the constellation Cancer. Look for it near the western horizon. The Beehive's yellow and orange stars make a nice sight in binoculars or small telescopes. In the evening of the same day, say around 10 o'clock, look east. The moon has risen again, and it makes a nice grouping with the planet Saturn and the star Regulus, the heart of Leo the Lion. As the evening progresses, the eastward motion of the moon among the stars brings it ever closer to the ringed planet. Are the two going to run into each other? Not likely, since Saturn is 8 astronomical units further away than the moon. Remember that 1 astronomical unit is the average Earth-Sun distance. However, the following morning, observers in northwestern Canada and Alaska will see an occultation of Saturn as the moon slowly slides over the planet, hiding it from view. Binoculars and small telescopes should give a good view of this event. Look just above the western horizon after 9 a.m. local time. Getting up early on the 15th of January will reward you with another nifty sight. Once again the moon, now a slender crescent, will be extremely close to Antares, a star we met earlier this month. Around 6 a.m., the separation between the moon and Antares will only be about 1.5 degrees. And yes, Jupiter is still lurking in the neighborhood. The trio, hovering a few degrees above the southeastern horizon, should fit nicely in the field of view of binoculars. As the moon's motion carries it back into the early evening skies, another lunar treat awaits us, and we don't have to get up early in the morning to enjoy this one. Use the brilliant Venus as a guide along the southwestern horizon around 6 p.m. on January the 20th. About 2 degrees up and to the left is the slender crescent of a very young moon. Use binoculars if you have difficulties, and you might be able to see some details on the dark part of the moon as it's illuminated by the ghostly glow of sunlight reflected from the Earth. In a couple of days, you should be able to see this so-called Earthshine in a darker sky and without optical aid. And now I have a challenge for you. Find and observe the planet Uranus. Although it is said that this giant planet can be seen with the unaided eye, I'm afraid at least binoculars are necessary in our light-polluted skies. On the evening of January the 21st, the moon will be your guide once again. At around 7 p.m., look about 4 degrees above the moon, but don't be fooled by a relatively bright star nearby. Use the on-screen map to help you find this 6th magnitude planet. Good luck! If necessary, you can try again on the evening of the 31st, when Uranus is about 8 degrees above Venus at 7 p.m. That's it then for January 2007. And until next time, clear skies and good observing.